While the Tobago House of Assembly election trail has officially begun, all candidates contesting seats on January 25th successfully filed their nomination papers. Caricia Douglas has more in this report.
Before noon, the full slate of People's National Movement candidates filed their papers. Leader of the PNM Tobago Council, TRACY DAVIDSON-CELESTINE, after exiting the Glenroad office of the returning officer, greeted supporters and fellow candidates.
Very successful and very short process, but a rigorous one nevertheless. I must say that I am extremely excited and happy to be leading the People's National Movement, a very strong party, into the upcoming Tobago House of Assembly elections. All of our candidates, I'm sure the majority of them have since filed, and I have received information that the process was also a very successful one.
Mrs. Celestine is the PNM's candidate for Lambo Signal Hill. She explained some of her priority areas for the district once elected.
The priority for me, one, would be to tackle those physical infrastructure challenges that is causing water challenges in the area, and also encouraging business development, entrepreneurship, because they have some challenges there with employment, or unemployment rather, and ensuring that we have programs for the youth as well.
Meanwhile, the Progressive Democratic Patriots completed the nomination process just after 2 p.m. Political leader of the party, Watson Duke, was the first to file at 9 a.m. with no fanfare, to the surprise of many. He also refused to speak with the media. Just over 2 hours later, the deputy political leader, FARLEY Augustine, arrived with just the opposite. He was accompanied by the other 10 candidates and party supporters. When questioned about why Mr. Duke was not a part of the dramatic entrance, Mr. Augustine refuted any claims of disagreement between Mr. Duke and other candidates. He explained that Mr. Duke had some engagements that required him to head to Trinidad. The PDP is confident that they would be victorious on election day.
Firstly, the PDP will be winning the upcoming TSOI election. That's a given, because God is leading this team. Yes. The PDP will be winning the TSOI elections. So our chances are excellent.
The PDP's deputy political leader noted that the party has already discussed portfolios and would be ready to govern as election results are announced. Caricia Douglas, TTT News.
Meanwhile, former PNM area representative for Scarborough, Calder, Dr. TSOI-A-FATT-ANGUS, will be contesting the TSOI election on an independent ticket. Last year, Dr. TSOI-A-FATT-ANGUS went before the PNM Screening Committee, but she was not selected to represent the party in the TSOI elections. This decision did not sit well with a few of the party groups. However, the PNM Tobago Council held fast to their selection of Maslin Melville Jack.
I got to this point of decision making, I had to ask myself, why did I join the party in the first place? And why did I get involved in politics? And for me, getting involved in politics was about the people. And therefore it came down to a choice between party politics and people politics. And at the end of the day, for me, it was always about service to the people when I left my medical practice to get into politics. And therefore, I could not ignore the cries of the people.
Leader of the PNM Tobago Council, TRACY Davidson-Celestine, extended best wishes to Dr. TSOI-A-FATT-ANGUS.